If you're watching this video right now, it means you felt it. That moment when someone walks into a room and everyone listens. That moment when certain people speak and others automatically agree. That moment when you wonder, how do they do it? How do they get people to say yes so easily? And you know what? This is perfect, because the greatest influence masters weren't born with this power. They learned it. And today, you're going to learn it too. You know what the difference is between people who struggle to influence others and those who effortlessly persuade anyone? It's not charisma. It's not manipulation. It's not even natural talent. The only difference is this. Master influencers understand the hidden psychology of human decision-making. I discovered these psychological principles the hard way by failing to persuade anyone, studying master persuaders, and learning what actually moves people to action. Today, I'm going to share the exact psychological triggers that make people say yes. Not someday, not eventually, starting with your very next conversation. But I must warn you, this knowledge is powerful. It will change how you see every interaction. It will reveal the hidden patterns behind every decision. Use it ethically, use it wisely, because once you understand these principles, you can't unsee them. The first principle hit me during a business meeting when I was desperately trying to close a deal. I had presented facts, benefits, logical arguments. Nothing worked. Then my mentor did something unexpected. He gave the client a valuable piece of advice completely unrelated to our proposal. 20 minutes later, the client signed the contract. People feel obligated to return favors. This is reciprocity, the most fundamental law of human psychology. The reciprocity rule. When someone does something for us, we feel psychologically indebted to them. This debt creates discomfort that can only be relieved by returning the favor. Master influencers understand this and always give first. The giving strategy. Don't ask for what you want immediately. Instead, give something valuable first. Share knowledge, provide help, offer genuine compliments, or simply give your full attention. The key is that the gift must feel genuine, not calculated. I started applying this everywhere. Before asking colleagues for help, I'd help them first. Before requesting favors from friends, I'd do something thoughtful for them. The results were immediate and dramatic. The value exchange. The gift doesn't have to be expensive or time-consuming. Sometimes the most powerful gifts are emotional, making someone feel heard, valued, or important. When you make others feel good about themselves, they want to make you feel good too. The reciprocity multiplication. Here's the secret. Small investments in others create disproportionately large returns. A 5-minute favor often generates hours of assistance. A genuine compliment can create weeks of goodwill. People feel obligated to return favors. Start every influence attempt by giving something first. I learned this principle at a restaurant. 2 restaurants side by side, one empty, one packed. Despite having better food, the empty restaurant struggled. People saw the crowd and automatically assumed it was better. That's when I understood. People follow what others are doing. The herd instinct. Humans are social creatures. When uncertain, we look to others for guidance. If everyone else is doing something, our brain assumes it must be the right choice. This is social proof, the psychological shortcut that influences millions of decisions daily. The social proof formats. Numbers work. Over 10,000 people have chosen this. Testimonials work. Here's what Sarah said about her experience. Authority endorsements work, recommended by industry experts. Peer behavior works. People like you typically choose this option. I started using social proof in every persuasion attempt. Instead of saying, this is good, I'd say, this is what most successful people in your situation choose. Instead of, you should try this, I'd say, here's what happened when others tried this. The bandwagon effect. People don't want to miss out on what others are experiencing. Fear of missing out is one of the strongest motivators. When you show that others are already benefiting from something, the desire to join increases exponentially. The similarity principle. The most powerful social proof comes from people similar to your target. If you're trying to influence a business owner, show them what other business owners have done. If you're talking to a parent, reference other parents' experiences. People follow what others are doing. Show them the crowd, and they'll want to join it. The breakthrough came during a sales training where I watched a master closer work. He never told people what to buy. Instead, he asked questions that made them tell him what they wanted. Once they said it out loud, they felt committed to it. People need to be consistent with their previous commitments. This is consistency, the psychological need to align our actions with our stated beliefs and prior decisions. The commitment escalation. Start with small commitments and gradually increase them. If someone agrees to a small request, they're more likely to agree to larger requests later. Each yes makes the next yes easier. The verbal commitment power. When people speak their commitments out loud, the psychological bond strengthens. Their ego becomes attached to following through. This is why "can you commit to that" is more powerful than "will you do that." I began using this in every negotiation. Instead of making demands, I'd ask questions that led people to suggest the solutions I wanted. Instead of telling them what they should do, I'd guide them to tell me what they wanted to do. The identity alignment. The most powerful commitments align with personal identity. Instead of "will you buy this product?" ask, "are you the type of person who invests in quality?" Once they say yes to the identity, the purchase becomes inevitable. The written commitment. Written commitments are stronger than verbal ones. When someone writes down their commitment, they feel even more obligated to follow through. The act of writing engages additional psychological processes. The consistency leverage. Reference previous commitments when seeking new ones. Last week you mentioned wanting to improve your health. This opportunity aligns perfectly with that goal. Connect current requests to past statements. People need to be consistent with their previous commitments. Get them to commit, then leverage that commitment. I discovered this principle by accident when a client treated me completely differently after learning I had written a book. My advice hadn't changed, but my perceived authority had. Suddenly, the same words carried 10 times more weight. People automatically defer to perceived authority. This is authority bias, the tendency to attribute greater accuracy to the opinion of an authority figure and be more influenced by that opinion. The authority indicators. Titles, credentials, expertise demonstrations, and social status symbols all trigger automatic deference. But here's the secret. You don't need to be born with authority. You can build it. The expertise building. Share knowledge before asking for anything. Demonstrate competence through your words and actions. Reference your experience and successes naturally in conversation. Authority is often about perception as much as reality. I started establishing my authority in every interaction. I'd mention relevant experience, share industry insights, and demonstrate knowledge before making any requests. The difference in how people responded was immediate. The borrowed authority. You can borrow authority from others. According to Harvard research, industry experts recommend successful people in your field typically. This leverages others' credibility to support your position. The confidence authority. How you speak matters as much as what you say. Confident delivery, decisive language, and assured body language all signal authority. People follow those who seem certain of their direction. The teaching authority. When you teach others something valuable, you automatically gain authority in their eyes. The teacher-student dynamic creates natural influence. Share knowledge generously, and influence follows. People automatically defer to perceived authority. Build your authority, then use it responsibly. The final principle revealed itself during a networking event where I watched a master connector work the room. He wasn't the smartest or most successful person there, but everyone wanted to help him. Why? Because everyone genuinely liked him. People say yes to those they like. This sounds obvious, but most people completely misunderstand how liking actually works. The liking accelerators. Similarity creates liking. Find common ground, shared experiences, mutual connections, similar backgrounds. Compliments create liking, but they must be genuine and specific. Physical attractiveness helps, but personality attractiveness matters more. The similarity bond. "We have so much in common" is one of the most powerful phrases in influence. People like those who are similar to them. Find and emphasize similarities in background, interests, values, or experiences. I started every influence attempt by finding genuine similarities with the other person. Where do we both grow up? What interests did we share? What challenges have we both faced? The connection created immediate liking. The compliment strategy. Genuine compliments about things the person values create instant liking. Don't compliment appearance. Compliment choices, achievements, or qualities they're proud of. Make them feel seen and appreciated. The cooperative advantage. People like those who help them achieve their goals. Instead of asking, "What can you do for me?" ask, "How can I help you succeed?" When you're on their team, they want you to win too. The storytelling connection. Share personal stories that reveal vulnerability or humor. People like those they feel they know. Strategic self-disclosure creates emotional bonds that transcend logical arguments. The mirror effect. Subtly mirror their communication style, energy level, and values. If they're analytical, provide data. If they're emotional, appeal to feelings. If they're fast-paced, match their speed. People say yes to those they like. Become genuinely likable, and influence becomes effortless. These 5 principles, reciprocity, social proof, commitment consistency, authority, and liking, are the foundation of all human influence. But they only work when used authentically and ethically. Remember, people feel obligated to return favors. People follow what others are doing. People need to be consistent with their previous commitments. People automatically defer to perceived authority. People say yes to those they like. You now have the psychological keys to influence. The question isn't whether these principles work. Master persuaders prove they do every day. The question is, will you use them to create positive influence? Stand up right now. Say out loud, "I will influence others ethically. I will use these principles responsibly. I will help others while achieving my goals." Did you say it? Did you feel that power? That power will make you irresistibly influential. You're not just someone who wants to influence others. You're a master influencer in training. You're someone who will move people to action while serving their best interests. Now go and use this influence to make the world better.